More importantly, a person, once he's reached that state of Siddha, right, he will never fall back. He will never fall to, even though he engages in activities, even though he is active in the world, you know, he will not be subject to the same sense of stress, anxieties and all that emotions. Why? Because he has reached that fifth stage of mind. What is that fifth stage of mind? Niruddha, that still state, where that fluctuations are not coming anymore, you know. First you are a seeker, right? The path. So this seeker is called as Jignasu. So you all came here as Jignasu, right? So you have had some suffering or some taste of some joy or some knowledge here and there, you know. Yeah. So you're a seeker. Then you become what is called as a sadhaka. Sadhaka, we actually say that S-A-D, okay? It is not a sadhaka, it's S-A-D-H, okay? He's not a sad person. Practitioner. Sadhaka meaning now you all are sadhakas. Why? Because you have taken to a path, meaning you have come here to learn yoga, you have found a teaching school or a teacher, you know, you have found a teaching that you want to try it out, practice it out, you know, for a fair amount of time. So you have become a sadhaka, a practitioner now. Okay, so then you become an accomplished practitioner, meaning you don't fall from that state. So this is called as Siddha. In fact, the name Siddhartha, you know, comes from the root Siddha. Then there is other things, you know, they call as an liberated being, you know, if you want. So this is called liberated being in while living, okay? Not that he's dead. So this is called as Jivan Mukta. So these are the stages. But when you come to this stage, usually is where you can finally say, okay, I have reached the destination or I have made it, kind of thing.
Siddha?
Siddha, yeah. But of course the path continues in that sense, what we call as Jivan Mukta, liberated being. You may be Siddha. You may have also, there is called a Siddhis in yoga, okay, which you just add an I. Siddhis. Siddhis literally meaning powers, yogic powers. So a lot of times many teachers, right, they demonstrate this yogic powers, but it's not necessary that means they are liberated, the last stage, you know. So they can, you know, like many yogis, you know, they can see the past, future, they can read the minds of others, they can go from one place to another, like how they show in Star Trek, you know, Francis might know. You know. So, you know, you move from one zone to another zone and you manifest two bodies at a time. All that are siddhis, we call. But it also means that they've reached a certain level where they won't fall. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they are completely liberated. So a lot of times these who become siddhas, they also are like teachers. They have, they may or may not demonstrate powers. So depending on their mission, their roles, they may or may not demonstrate these powers. Actually, see, here to here is a quick shift, right? Here to here there is actually another 7 stages. So I didn't talk about that, but between becoming a practitioner and I think there are 7 levels. So it's too complicated to go. But it is true that we all reach some degree of proficiency in whatever we're doing. So for example, you know, like first time you meditate, you're not even able to sit. Second time you meditate, you're able to sit a little longer. So this becomes possible. You know?